Hi, my name's Sarah Hollins. Welcome to Wicked Maths. I want to quickly share with you the differences between the old syllabus and the new syllabus. The questioning style has changed, and that's making it really difficult for our students to get the grades that they would have got under the old system. 2016 was the last time that GCSE students sat the A star to G for the first time. That means, i.e. not a resit, this was the last chance if it was your first GCSE to sit the A star to G system. From 2017, if you were a new GCSE student, you had to sit the 9 to 1 levels. You don't need any maths for this, don't panic. I just want to show you in a nutshell exactly what the problem is. I've taken a question here from the kind of style from 2016 and I've compared it to one from 17 onwards, the supposed equivalent question. You'll see why that's not really equivalent in a moment. This one would go something along the lines of the number of flats to houses in a village are in the ratio 2 to 3. So for every two flats there are in a village, there are 3 houses, 2 to 3. There are 500 flats and houses in the village, so total buildings if you like, altogether there's 500. How many flats are there? So students would take their ratio, their 2 and their 3, they would add it together to get 5 parts, 2 parts to 3 parts. They'd take the total buildings and share that, divide it by 5. So all the buildings shared 5 ways to get 1 part. 500 divided by 5 is 100. So 1 part is 100. That means that 2 parts is 200. 2 times 100, 1 part. 2 lots of 1 part is 200. 3 lots of 1 part, 1 part's 100, is 300. And if you add those back together, 200 plus 300, you get your 500 buildings. So it all checks out. Great. Question, how many flats? Flats, ratio 2 to 3, 200. There are 200 flats. Perfect, full marks, no issues. Moving on, 2017 onwards. In a village, the ratio of the houses to the number of flats is in the ratio 7 to 4. Flats to bungalows, 8 to 5. There are 50 bungalows. How many houses are there? So, I'm looking, I've got my houses to flats, 7 to 4, flats to bungalows, 8 to 5, 50 bungalows. Okay, flats to bungalows is in the ratio 8 to 5. I'm just copying this here so that I've got some space to work out. 50 bungalows, that goes in there. Bungalows are actually 50. So, from ratio to real number, what am I multiplying by? 5 times something makes 50. That'll be times 10. What we do to this side, we do to this side. They're in proportion. They have a relationship. 8 times 10 is 80. I have 80 flats, but the question asks me for how many houses there are. This isn't without value. Up to here, I've probably scored a mark out of 4, or 3, depending on the mark scheme. A lot of students get to here and they can't go further. What they're missing is realising they can take this information and put it into here. Flats to bungalows. Flats is 80, bungalows 50. There's no bungalows in here, but there is flats. Look, flats there and flats there. There are 80 flats, so 80 can also be written in here. And then I can repeat the process. 4 times something is 80. 4 times 20 is how you make 80. If I'm multiplying by 20 this side, I must do the same here. 2 7s are 14. 20 times 7 must be 140. And there I have my houses, 140 houses. What we actually find when we mark papers is a lot of students got to there and then couldn't say there are 140 houses. We were marking anything like this as full marks. Ordinarily, we'd be perhaps expecting 140 houses or for them to have identified 140 somewhere down the bottom. That is the difference between the old system and the new system. And this is indicative of the whole paper. It's right the way through. This ordinarily would be sort of question 1, question 2, question 3 on the higher tier. Very, very early on in the paper. Old standard, new standard, ouch. What we've been doing at Wicked Maths is proliferating the new standard questions because what we're missing is an opportunity to practice this. You can't do loads of this and then expect on the day to be able to magic that up. Some students can make that leap and they are exceptional. They're doing really well. They're getting the 8s and the 9s. Fair play, well done. But for the vast majority, this is a huge step from here to here and we're not working that and we're not practicing that enough. One final thing that doesn't get looked at, in our opinion enough, is exam technique. We're seeing students who have lots of maths and lots of ability not scoring full marks because they're not recognising, they've not been trained to recognise what it is they have to do. I'll show you what I mean. We've been asked to work out 2 1/7 and 1 1/4. So if I think pizza, this pizza is in sevenths. I've got 1 out of 7. I've got 2 full pizzas though, so that's 7 pieces and another 7 pieces and another piece. 14 pieces, and 1 is 15 pieces of pizza. This pizza's in quarters, it's split into 4s. So for this pizza I have 4 pieces and another piece, I have 5 pieces. Most students are drilled by this stage of the game, so they know that they cannot be adding different sized pizzas together, that doesn't work. So what they mostly do is multiply this one by this number and this one by this number to make the pizzas out of the same amount. So I'm going to times 4 over here and times 7 over here. 4 15s are 60, 4 7s are 28, 5 7s are 35, 4 7s are 28. I now have 2 pieces out of the same amount, the same number of pieces in my pizza. I eventually got that out. 60 28s, 35 28s, 60, 70, 80, 95, 95 28s. At this moment, many students think, top-heavy fraction. What we mean by that is big fat number above a little number. It's a no-no. We don't tend to like that in maths. It's convention to make this into a mixed number. How many 28s fit into there? Basically, how many whole ones have I got? 28 times 4 is going to be over 100, so that's no good. Let's have a guess at 28 times 3. 3 8s are 24, 2 3s are 6, add 2 is 8. So I have, if I have 3 whole ones, 28, 28 and 28, that makes 84. And my leftovers, it's going to be something 28s, because the pizza's in 28 pieces. 84 to 95, or 84 add 10 is 94, add another one. 10 add another one is 11. So there we go. I'm satisfied now. My answer, 3 whole ones and 11 28s. Brilliant, full marks. But did you know that you could have stopped there and got full marks anyway? This whole section was a complete waste of time. Mathematically, very nice, well done. Credit for that in the exam? 0. Why? The question says work out. It doesn't say give your answer in its simplest form. It doesn't say you must leave your answer in its simplest form. This would have been good enough. This is in its simplest form. This is mathematically better, superior in some cases. But actually, it's the questioning. It's all there in the question. It doesn't say give your answer in its simplest form. And what we're not doing is we're not sharing. I don't see enough of that sharing in the classroom going on between teachers and students, examiners, teachers and students. And I don't see the reason for it. So what we've done is create programs for you, 6 weeks to go, 6 days to go, and a catalogue for you to work on all of these things. Every question we've done for you has a worked video solution, chalk and talk style like this. So you're never left with, oh my goodness, have I got it right? Have I got it wrong? I'm wrong, but why am I wrong? None of that, no more problems. Pages and pages of practice for you. Best of all, you can do it on your smartphone, you can do it on your laptop, your computer, any time of day or night. It will fit in with your Easter revision. It will fit around your other subjects. Go check out the website. We're at www.wickedmaths.com and we can be contacted info@wickedmaths.co.uk. Get practicing. The exams are closer than you think.